When most people think of gripping, they automatically assume that it's just doing Kegels on the D. But what if I told you that it was much more to gripping than squeezing and releasing while you're having intercourse? Now, before I proceed, let me warn you, this is not a technique that is meant to be used with any and everyone. Ladies, make sure before you proceed, before you consider doing this, before you have this experience with a man, make sure that he is emotionally and mentally stable, because it's not for everyone to experience. That's just how powerful it is. I prefer and highly recommend that it's done with someone who you're in a long term relationship with, or who you're married. Husband would be ideal. So, this is your disclaimer. Keep it in mind. This is not for everyone to experience. So, now as we proceed, I want to share that the gripping is actually an art. Like I said, it's not just squeezing and releasing. There's so much more that you can actually do with gripping. And I will be teaching that in my upcoming workshop, The Art of Gripping. So if you're interested in learning more, stay tuned. I will share with you more of what I will be discussing in the workshop. And then I got something special as well. So some of the things that we will be discussing in the art of gripping is teaching you the mind and body connection, how you can formulate that connection to control your vaginal muscles. I'll also be teaching the rainbow effect, which is something that I touched on in previous workshops, but a lot of my clients was like, we need more. We want to know how to really master that. So that's one thing. Another thing that I will be discussing in the art of gripping is teaching you the different positions that you need to be in order to maximize the experience of gripping, as well as when to grip, to make sure that you are maximizing the amount of pleasure. Another thing with the art of gripping that we will be discussing is how gripping can actually intensify your orgasms as well. So it teaches you the control of how you can actually stimulate yourself, stimulate your partner, which would lead to more powerful and intenseful orgasms. And you think about like vaginal penetration, it's a low percentage of females who are able to climax from vaginal penetration. But once you learn to grip, it puts you in a position where you can easily uh, orgasm and climax with vaginal penetration. So keep that in mind, because what it's actually doing, regardless of his size, if he's bigger, if he's on the smaller side, the thing with vaginal penetration and not climaxing with he tend to not hit the right spot. But with gripping, you can position the D to go exactly where you need it to go to make sure that he hit the right spot and you can achieve vaginal penetration. So we'll be discussing all of that. And again, if he's on the smaller side, it makes you feel more, because instead of it being like this and he's going in and sometimes he hit it, sometimes he's not, like you're controlling it and you're actually making it tighter so that when he does go in, he is hitting all the right spots. So just keep that in mind, especially if you are working with someone who has a smaller package. So if you want to learn more, go ahead and click that link and purchase your ticket. This is limited availability. I will only be selling 20 tickets, because another special thing with the art of gripping, we will have a guest speaker as well as a panel of men who will come on and actually share their experience with gripping. And the great part is they're also available for Q&A, so you can hear it from the men themselves. They talk about it all the time, that this is something that they absolutely love and adore. However, it doesn't happen as often. So I'm trying to set you ladies up to win so you can maximize your opportunity and your sexual pleasure, as well as stimulating your partner to the maximum capacity. So go ahead, book your ticket. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. But I am looking forward to seeing you in the art of gripping.